Hello guys and welcome to another episode. I am just here by myself for the moment and I don't think I'm going to meet up with anyone for this episode, but this should be episode 3. Last episode was a little bit shorter, but as you can see we now have a Pikachu and a Zigzagoon as well, and also our Pidgey evolved into a Pidgeotto. So I haven't been doing too much. I've done a little bit of training and a little bit of mining, but I do have plans to start doing a build soon, and I'm going to be working with one of the other guys on the server, Nildy, for that, so I'm sure you guys will meet him next episode for a more of a build episode, and we're going to be starting our own little town. From what I know, I think Daniel has probably done the most on the server. I think he spent the whole night last night playing it, so he's pretty strong. He's the one to beat at the moment. I think George and Hauke are set up together, and Aiden has explored a lot of the islands. And that is actually the game plan for today's episode. I'm planning on exploring the islands as there is a Easter egg on each of them, and I plan on finding them all. So, this first island, or this first town, I'm not too sure what the Easter egg is. So, the clue to finding them all is to talking to the Professor Travises. Each one has, might find it interesting. So nothing he says there. Let's check what this guy says. To help get you started, please feel free to take some supplies from the tables next to me. You'll find some useful items that will make the beginning of your journey a lot easier. If you're feeling up to it, feel free to challenge my associate over there to a battle. To keep things interesting, you'll find his Pokemon to be oddly similar to yours level. Okay, so he is equal level. So we're going to start off. We're going to fight him. That is Professor Donga. We got the 21 Pikachu against my Fluffy. I'm going to Cotton Spore him. And then I'm going to tackle. Because Thunder, I'm not really going to be doing too much with Thunder moves. So we're just going to tackle him down. He's got the hat on his Pikachu, which is Pokemon Go that is from. And I'm pretty sure he just has the Pikachu. So we should be able to handle this guy. Looks like the Fluffy could just do it by himself. Oh no, the critical hit coming in big at the end. What are we going to send out? I think I'm going to send out Marshtomp, potentially to get one shot here. No, use the tackle, just get the XP. We can come back tomorrow and fight him again. So I can fight him daily, but we're not going to. So I think that is the main Easter egg for this town. I'm going to double check, come back and talk to this guy. Although we may look the same, actually, I'm one of many brothers, you'll find a scuttle around the world. It's always great to come chat. Ivywood shopping can be found in the blue roof building next to me, and many net town folk can be found in the red houses. Don't forget to check out the main lab before you leave. Okay, so that is all that's in this town. And also, George's pride and joy is, I remember when I started my very own Pokemon adventure, I started with a Metapod. I still only have a Metapod, and there is his Metapod. I know George is very proud of that Pokemon, and it is quite that NPC, and it is quite funny. I do believe there is a Premier Ball somewhere in the lab, but I'm not too sure it is. I've already claimed all my starting items, and I'm going to do a quick loop. And there is one more Easter egg that I'm not going to show in this, because that is an Easter egg I added into the map. So I'm going to leave that one as is, and hopefully someone else will discover it. And when they do, I will probably show you guys. Okay, so let's start with the warps. We're going to go to Warp Savannah and start off. Okay, so there's a Savannah over there. We're going to talk to Professor Travis over that and find out what it is. Over that stretch of water, there is a Savannah biome. Not all biomes are connected by a bridge. Did you bring your safari hat, adventurer? Be sure to visit and pay your respect to the Pyro statue in town. I wouldn't want to run into one of them. Okay, so it looks like we're going to go over there, find the town, and look for the Pyro statue. So that is the clue for this island, and we'll figure out what we get for it. So I will probably do a little jump cut until I find the island. Okay, so that was actually pretty quick, and we can see a town over there. So I'm going to jump over to that. There is lots of Magikarps chilling in this pond here. But, oh, wow, that looks cool. That's a zebra strike. Hey, that's really cool. There's George asking what's up. I'm going to just let him know. Oh, as there is a Ultra Ball here, we're going to grab that. Shockwave, Lickitung, and we were looking. So I'm looking for a Pyroar statue around town. So not. Oh, that looks promising. Is that Pyroar? I think it is. I think that is Pyroar. I don't actually know. Oh, there it is. Razorfang. Interesting. So that's a held item. We got it Razorfang. Not too sure what that item does, but that is the Savannah Town secret. So none of them too hard. We get that. And a rare candy as well. That is a great start. So I don't think they're too hard, the Easter eggs, but they show you the town to what's around. I think we're having a little bit of trouble with NPCs in the town, so I'll probably come through and place a lot of NPCs at some stage. Nothing too major, but just so the towns have a little bit more life in them. And nope, I thought that was a black apricorn. Black apricorns are the hardest thing to get in the server at the moment, pretty much. There is very few about, but I do have one that I'm starting building from. Ooh, didn't know that. Rare candy there as well. Awesome. So I've found 2 rare candies in this town, but we're going to go to the next biome. So I'm going to go back to spawn, and I'll see you at the next biome. Okay, so we're at the bridge for the desert biome, and we're going to talk to Professor Travis again. This bridge will take you to a desert island. Hope you've packed an umbrella and some water. It sure is hot. Had to take a break under a tree near some really hot pools last time I was over there. Okay, so I think we're going to be looking for lava pools. That is an educated guess. I'm not going to lie. I have actually explored this biome a little bit, and I did see there was some pools, but I don't know where exactly they are. I will show you guys the town quickly, as this is kind of my map tour episode, and it would be easier if I had a flying Pokemon, but I'm not quite there yet. That's kind of what my Pidgeotto is going to be. I'm going to turn him into a Pidgeot, and he can fly around, and he's a really cool Pokemon to fly around, and I'm not going to lie. I know there's a couple around that. I know there's a Charizard, at least one on the server so far. But yeah, this is the town, and I don't have it on me, but this guy here, you can get. So he's some say I'm the greatest fisherman in all the lands. I prefer catching fish to catching Pokemon. Check upstairs, there should be a spare fishing rod. Feel free to take it and see if you can catch anything. So up here in that Pokeball is where you can get a super rod. So I know I've got one, and I think Aiden does as well, but I'm not sure if too many other people have one. But as we see, there is a lava pool there, and there is a tree there. So I'm not fully sure if that is the one, but I'm going to check out this tree and see if there's any Pokeballs around it, which I can't see. So I'm going to keep exploring. There's a little. Okay, I fell into the hole. I was just trying to look at it. More trees that way, and there is a big tower there. Not too sure. See that looks promising. As you can see, a Ultra Ball there. Nice. So that looks promising to get up there, but I don't currently have anything that can get up there, and I'm not going to pillar up. So let's see what we get. I found a heat rock, so I'm pretty sure that increases effectiveness of like heat or like fire moves or something. I'm not too sure, but we'll move on to the next biome, which is the Mesa. So here we are, Professor Travis once again. A Mesa biome is across a stretch of water. Not all biomes connected by a bridge. Just be careful. I tried to hug a cactus once. I'm still pulling out the splinters. Okay. So we're looking for a cactus, I believe. Okay, so I have actually found this one. I do know where this one is. I found this one accidentally, but I do remember. So we're going to head into town. I'm going to show you guys where it is, but there won't be a treasure for me here. The treasure for this one was the big root, which I think increases grass type moves. Yeah, but this one was kind of funny. This Easter egg. yeah, I stumbled upon this one accidentally because I was in this biome. This is my personal favorite biome in terms of catching Pokemon. See, there's like an Onyx down there. There's Houndooms. So a lot of stuff that I'm interested in, and Beldums. So if I do find a Beldum or something, I will probably be taking a short break to try and catch that. As Metagross is really cool, and also a flying Pokemon in this game. So you can fly around on a Metagross, which is really cool. So we're heading up into town. It's at the top of this town is where we'll find it. You can see a lot of Team Rocket people guarding this town, and I'm sure we'll delve deeper into what Team Rocket are doing later on, as they're guarding a silicone meteor at this stage. So move tutor there. I'm gonna see what moves. Roleplay, Aquatail, Endeavor. Nothing I really want there. Potentially Endeavor on a Rattata for a troll Pokemon, but because I'm pretty sure Endeavor's the move that lets you keep 1 HP. I could be wrong there. So as we come up into this, we see this area, and we can talk to this guy. Shh, please keep it down. We really love the cacti. Don't tell the others about them. We tried to include Professor Travis in our group, but he hated hugging the cacti. If it'll help keep it a secret, help yourself to our stuff out back. Oh, Cactus, I know you don't mean to hurt me. Oh, hello there. Although hugging these cacti gives you a bit of a prick, it's still nicer than my ex-wife. Now, if I wouldn't mind leaving me and Samantha alone, as he goes back to hugging his cactus, and that was where it was, and that was a big root. So, next warp is the jungle. So, this is a really cool biome. If people haven't seen it already, it is probably one of the better ones. And I'm going to grab that yellow apricorn. I'm going to talk to Professor Travis. Across this bridge, you'll find a jungle biome. We've been practicing our vine swings. Also, watch out for a guy called George around there. Okay, so I'm looking for... So George of the Jungle is who we're looking for at the moment. This is a really big biome, and I am probably going to spend a bit of time in here as well, because Mew actually comes from here, and from Mew you can get Mewtwo. So I do have a Master Ball, which you would have seen in the first episode. I found on top of a mountain. I did not know it was there, as it has been said that I did, but I can assure you I did not, and I will be using that Master Ball to catch Mew, I imagine. And then I'll use a cloning machine and get a Mewtwo out of it. I know it's pretty rough on the Mew, but Mewtwo is just a really, really cool Pokemon. And that's what I want it for. Oh, as we found another Ultra Ball and Firestone. I think I already have a Firestone, but always tend to have a couple, as I will be trying to get an Arcanine at some stage. And as well as there's plenty of other things that evolve Firestones. Okay, we found a little hut down here and a Leaf Stone, so I'm pretty sure you can use them to evolve Pokemon, but I'm not too sure. They might just be a rock. Blue Apricorn, and let's see what's in this hut. We've got a Move Tutor. What does he teach? Uproar, Water Pledge, Hyper Voice. Okay, so this guy is super strong. So Earthquake and Hyper Voice both seem like super strong moves. So this is a guy to... So Earthquake, ground type move, really, really strong. So I'll keep that guy in mind, as well as Hyper Voice. Didn't really know that was a move, but normal type, I'll look for some Pokemon that can learn that. Has a little bit of cost to it, but none of them are outrageous by any stretch at all. Gonna just jump up here as we see another Ultra Ball there. I'm kind of cleaning up at the moment with these. Special attack. So I'm not too sure where to go from here. I'm going to climb up that way and keep trying to look for George of the Jungle, because this is one of the bigger biomes, or one of the bigger islands, if I'm not mistaken. The series is called Pixelmon Islands, That is because each biome is an island, so each island should theoretically have more or less completely different Pokemon spawning. So I'm really struggling to get up this hill. I might not be able to. So I'm going to loop back around and I will meet with you guys again soon. This looks promising as an area to try and find. So we've got a little grotto in here. Not fully sure if this is the George the Jungle guy, but we have a lot of water stones, which I'm going to mine a couple. And I'm going to chuck out, have a suss on the... So I'm going to get 9 total water stones, I think, and actually craft myself a water stone, because that is how you get them. And then I'm going to suss on that. I'm going to grab a couple of fossils as well. But I'm not too greedy with them. I've got a few fossils already, but we'll look at those in a separate episode. 6, 7. Let's jump up here, see what's in this. Oh, interesting. Okay, Tem Fire Blast. So found Fire Blast is a really good move. So I'm looking okay on TMs, and that is definitely one I will use. Nothing in there, just a little hideout. And one more. We should be good. So that wasn't the Easter egg, but we've got Fire Blast out of it. I think all the Easter eggs that have been added by us are held items, so it's mainly what I'm looking for. Oh, I saw some, I didn't even clock that as I jumped off. But water stones are everywhere in here, and I think that is thunderstones. Might be leaf stones. So I don't think they're too hard to get a hold of. I think they cost a little bit, but they are. It's not impossible to get them. So I'm not too fussed about getting up there. Still haven't found George the Jungle yet. There is the town over here, which I'm going to go suss out, and hopefully that gives me a clue to where he is. He might be up on top of that tree, but like I genuinely don't know. I'll have a look around once I get up there. But yeah, this biome is very big, but there's a lot of cool stuff here. Anything in this house? Nope, not even a person. It's uninhabited, a lot of these places, as we have been having some issues with NPCs, as I said. I think it's worth checking out a lot of the houses though. And I'll look for a Professor Travers if there's one in town, but I don't think there is any in town. I do know that the Master is on top of this island though, so I'll look at him. Yeah, so we don't have shopkeepers spawning either, which we'll need to do. At some stage, I'll probably adjust a lot of the warps to be in the middle of towns, but realistically by that stage, we're probably all going to have flying Pokemon, and it's not going to be too big a deal. It's just going to keep going up. I don't think there's too much down here for me to care about. I'll suss out the houses quickly. Oh, nothing in there. So that's yellow apricot in there. So I think a few of the apricons they might have made biome specific, which just makes it hard to get things such as Ultra Balls, which is realistically a good thing because once we get the ability to craft them, that's pretty much all anyone's going to craft. Just best catch chance. I think Pokeballs have the highest random critical capture rate or random capture rate, so they're somewhat useful for bosses, but apart from that, it's not too necessary. So yeah, so that's the Master we have there. Looking at see if I can find George at all, which it doesn't look like it. I might climb up this tree a little bit because I feel like he might be up there, but I genuinely don't know. I generally don't know where he is. I just know there is a guy called George. So that didn't work. Let's see if there's another way up this tree. That didn't work either. I don't think I could have got too much higher from that either. Yeah, I really don't know where this guy is. I might give up on trying to find George the Jungle. We've sussed out the town, and we might stumble back across him at some stage. But we'll go to the next warp. So, where are we up to? Warps. Slash warp. So, jungle, so warp. Flower forest. Okay, so we're at the flower forest, and someone has started building a little bit over there, but that is actually Nildy, who I am planning on building with, but we're going to move from there. So flower forest, because there, not all islands have bridges. You'll find all the flowers over there. I saw a marvelous ring of roses behind a pink house last time I was there. Okay, so we're looking to venture into this place and try and find a pink house. And behind that, we should be able to find a ring of roses, and there should be a held item there. There is a small chance this one got messed up, but you never know. So flower forest is where Celebi spawns. Probably the least interesting of all the legendaries, but this is Celebi's own area. I'm not sure if too many other legendaries can actually spawn here. Potentially some of the ones that just spawn in plains as well. And also if they have, so they have some small sunflower plain areas as well, which will let Rayquaza spawn. But you have to be specifically in those biomes at certain times to get him to spawn. But I'm sure a few people will probably try because he is a pretty cool legendary, and if I get him to spawn instead of the Mew, I will probably also use a Master Ball on him. I only have one, but I will probably prioritize it. And realistically, by the time I'm going into legendary fights, I want to have a lot of high level Pokemon so they can just kind of tank. And I probably want someone with false swipe, and I also want someone who can put things to sleep. So we've got a little bit of a checklist there for going into legendaries. Okay, it's going into birch forest. So these trees look really cool, by the way. So these are all custom built trees. Like they've been world edited in a little bit, but like they still look very good. All of them. The town through here, so we should be getting to where we need to go. This is a nice little biome, I'm not gonna lie. It's not the biggest fan of building in flower forest. Potentially I'd build like a house here or something. I might keep that in mind as a small like shack or something I'll build. But for the moment I think I'm looking for somewhere near the water. Oh, we have a Vest Queen. That will probably mess me up at the moment because I don't have type advantage on it, and it is higher level than me, as my highest is 21 at the moment. So I'm lagging on the server a little bit. It is literally only day 2, but we have a couple of guys who level 50 plus Pokemon now. They went pretty hard last night. As I said, Daniel is one. Have some Bellsprouts here, and we're looking for a ring of roses. So I'm going to run around behind these. Is that a Kadabra? Oh, that is a Kadabra. What level is he? Level 19. I'm actually going to look to fight this Kadabra, because Kadabra is a really cool Pokemon. I don't like him as much as I like a Ghastly, but I will look to get a Gengar at some stage, and he teleported away. So I could try and hunt him down, but I'm not super fast. I know he spawns out here now, so I might spend some time out here. Still looking for a ring of roses. That's what I said. It was just behind a house with a pink roof. So I think I'll go back. I'll jump up here, see if I can see it behind these ones, and if not, I'll go to the other side of town, which is where I'm thinking it's going to be at. So nothing up here. I can't see any rings of roses. We see a Wurmple there. Okay, I'll have another crack at this Kadabra. We're gonna just tackle him. Tackle him again. Tackle's disabled. Gonna water gun. Water gun. Okay, bag, Pokeball, and I'm gonna Great Ball. Great Ball the Kadabra, level 19. Hopefully we can get a catch here. Does not look like it though. Straight out. Bag, Pokeball. I'm going to use a Pokeball, just a normal Pokeball this time. I don't want to use my Ultra Ball, but we might have to. Okay, and straight out and teleported away. Legendary spawn Ocean Biome. Not, I'm under leveled to try and get them, and I'm also not too interested in a lot of the ocean Pokemon, as I've already got Swampert, who is probably the water type I'm going to run with. I don't like, and the water legendaries I don't like too much. Suicune's kind of cool, but I'd much rather get an Entei, as we have the Ring of Roses, and I think that is the Ring of Roses, but I think we had someone mess around with it and destroy the Pokeball that was there. So I'm not sure what the item was there, but I will talk to George, who did all those, and we'll see if we can replace it. So I'll see if he replies, but I think George is actually at work. Or he's not playing properly, so he may or may not reply. I don't think that's me, but there's a small chance it spawned on the edge down there. So I'll just go have a look. There's protein. Didn't see that. Think that might have just spawned in, but I don't know. We'll have a look, see if he's there, but I'm going to assume that was George that spawned at. I think George's house is at a river biome, so give that. But yeah, so the Ring of Roses is there. That was the Easter egg for this. So if you saw the dirt patch dug out, there was a pitfall trap that was made there for someone, but they accidentally destroyed the item. It was meant to be a one-time collect for everyone, but only one of us has. It was here. So we'll look at getting reimbursed for that as I made it to it. And we'll move on to the next area. So warp. We're up to ice. And we'll talk to Professor Travis. Across this bridge you'll find an ice biome. Got a spare beanie or scarf? I forgot mine in Igloo last time I was there. I wonder if the ice around the small island is frozen over around it. Okay. So, we're looking for ice at a small island. And that is... Okay, so that has potential. It's quite an easy one to find if that is it. Potentially just an ice spike. That looks like that is what we're after. We're going to chat to this guy. Lucky I found an igloo to take shelter in. I was going for a hike, and then next thing I'm in the middle of a blizzard. Go ahead, take what you need, pal. Just make sure you don't get stuck out there. What do we have? We've got a focus band. So that is a pretty handy item. I think the focus band lets you do... No, that's the choice scarf. Okay, I'm not too sure what the focus band does. Might up the fighting type moves. I'm going to look for the ice town quickly. Just because I've had a look at all the towns so far anyway, so I thought I might as well. But we found the item straight away. That one wasn't too hard. I'm not too sure what's in the ice biome that I'm really after. I will probably try to get a Cloyster, as Cloyster I think is a really cool Pokemon, but I'm not too sure what else. I think there's a couple of things that spawn at ice spike biomes that appeal to me a little bit more. Which I'm not too sure in the map. There probably are, because I think this map is specifically designed to let everything spawn. But you never know. They might have left out a couple of these smaller biomes, such as ice spike biomes. And if anyone knows where ghost Pokemon will spawn, I will be very appreciative in the comments. And I'll join Nildy after this, and we'll probably talk about our build. And realistically, I'll probably record an episode straight after this with Nildy. That looks like some light up there, so I'll head up there, and hopefully there's something. If there's more Master Balls around, I'm probably going to leave them, especially ones on top of mountains. So that looks like the cave for the area, so that's more water stones. Oh, that also looks kind of like a red roof. That is definitely a red roof. So I'll have a look what's up here, but I'll head back towards there as we found the town. So that is realistically what we were after. Looks like it was just some water stones. Okay, and a lighting bug. So that's a pretty big cave actually, but it looks like we found the town. We might set up warps to all these towns at some stage, but at the moment we want people to explore a little bit more. And until kind of everyone has found the towns, we're probably not going to set up warps to them. We'll just leave them at the bridge, just so people can move around a little bit easier. But yeah, as we progress, those warps, I imagine, will change to into the town. I'll do a quick explore of the town, just see what it looks like, but I don't think I'll spend too much time here. It's a very precariously placed Pokemon Center, right over the edge of the ice. And a nice little standard town, pretty much what you'd expect. We've got a couple of people. Due to my level of skill, everything is a weapon. I can fend off hordes of rabid Raticate with my little finger. That's kind of funny. I'm not actually sure if that's a custom one or not. Sounds like something George would probably do. George has been really good with the text on a lot of these Pokemon, but these NPCs, but I'm not sure. So, Nildy does have a Charizard, and as you can see, I think he's a big fan of it. What do we have here? We have some sort of ice sculpture. And nothing really in the hopper. I might leave a present in there for someone at some stage. But, ooh, look what we have there. I'm going to find my way into this house, and I'm going to go pinch that Ultra Ball. And these two are just going to start having their little having a little contest of who's better, as they both have very high level Pokemon. Not sure where that master is. I think he lives. I thought he lived just across one of these bridges. Might be back that way. I'll have a quick look and then we'll move on to the next biome. Oh, we should have a little bit of time left. I don't want to have these episodes run for too long, but as in, I don't want them to. I want to try to keep them under an hour sort of length, but I do want to make sure I get everything done that I want done in the episodes. What I've got planned for upcoming episodes, I've got as a building episode with Nildy. Yeah, and so there's the master. So Nildy and I think are looking to build our own little town. I'll show you bits and pieces of that. I probably won't show you the whole thing. But like I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I just don't want it to be sitting there forever. So we talked to Professor Travis again. Across this peninsula there is a swampland. Remember, not all biomes are connected by bridges. I ran into a witch last time too. Had to leave some things with her. Or she said she turned me into a frog. I followed a path of lily pads in the water around the town and ended up in a house that was carved into a tree. Okay, so we're heading out to the town in the swampland. I'm just going to check this if it's a beach biome because George was interested in finding a beach, and this could help him out. Where do we have? So it's still all plains. Okay, so potentially don't have beach biomes. I'm not too sure. Biome river. So go straight into river. Okay, so I'm going to head back. I thought that could be a beach because the umbrellas, but we're looking for lily pads. So what was I saying? Yeah, so about the episodes I'm planning on doing with Nildy. So yeah, planning on doing a building episode. I'll probably mainly show you just my house of it. And we'll do a lot of the rest of the town that we're doing off camera. I think we're building next to each other, but we're going to do separate houses. So it's not like we're not doing a joint thing. We're just basically building together because both of us are pretty keen builders on this server. So we'll do that. Not sure. We need to do some location scouting still. Try and find a nice area next to some water. And yeah, in terms of other episodes, I'm planning on doing some Pokemon challenges with George and a few of the other guys, just see who I can get on. Hoping Luke jumps on at some stage, and I'll try and hook him up with some Pokeballs, and we'll do a Pokemon catching challenge. So we'll go out, have 15 minutes to catch whatever we can, and then we'll come back and we'll battle with them, see who's the best. I'll probably do the same with Rowan and Sparksy and stuff, just depending on who we have on. So I'll probably have a few of those. It just depends on a few things such as uni. That's pretty busy this stage of the year, but we'll see what we can do. Was that a mushroom? That was just a mushroom. It was. If there are any specific episodes that people want to see, let me know. If you want, like, a lot of them will just be hanging out with people trying to catch stuff, as there's the town. Yeah, so hanging out with people, just playing the game, trying to catch Pokemon, training, and we'll see where we can get. But, oh, that looks like a lily pad bridge. So crossing that, and her hut, I imagine, is going to be in this. Yeah, okay, so we found her little hut, and there's the witch's sand. We found that, and black glasses. Not too sure what they are. I'm going to go home quickly. Actually, I'm going to start on the town, and then I'm going to go home quickly, deposit some items, and then I will go back and finish off the last 2 biomes I think I have. I think so far we've had 2 that have technically failed, 1 that has failed, and 1 that there wasn't the item there. Pretty standard town. Nice purple roofing in this area. Kind of fitting for the swamp. Pretty standard design. It's not too bad. Not too sure where the master is. Did not see it as I was running around, and didn't see like a bridge over to him as I did in the ice biome. But I'm sure as I level up, I will have some master fighting episodes as well. So as there is a master on each island, and that once I get around level 60 range, I will try and fight them. He's level 65, so gonna be a pretty hard battle, but hopefully get there. And I'm gonna imagine some custom gyms will be put in as well by just the players. Okay, so I'm gonna go home, drop off some items. I'm just set up in a little cave at the moment, just because for the pure reason that it is quite simple to be in a cave. I didn't mean to put that there. Just it lets me just kind of do my thing. Things are relatively protected, so I'm not too worried about people taking any of my stuff. I'm somewhat hidden. I've got a few handy things like Master Ball, Rare Candy, that I don't really want people to get their hands on. But I think everyone on the server we know, so it's nothing like that should happen. But you can never be too cautious. That's all of that stuff. And what's the next warp we have? So we just did swamp, so we've got Taiga now. And that's the last one. I'll have a quick look around the Team Rocket base as well, but I'm not going to go too in depth in that, as that will also be an extra episode. I'll probably just have a look at it, and then I won't go into it. I forgot to talk to this guy. So what do we have? Cross the bridge upon Taiga biome. Bring an axe and your favourite lumberjack friend for all the trees here. If you don't know any Jack the Lumberjack, would be more than happy to help. If he isn't cutting trees, you can find him relaxing and looking out over the town. Okay, so we're going to need to find a town, and I imagine he'll probably be set up on a hill next to the town looking over it. So I don't reckon he's out cutting wood. I reckon he's relaxing. Just going to follow the path. It should be simple enough to find the town. Sorry if the jumping annoys you. I realise I've been doing it the entire episode. And kind of sad that we haven't really had the background music. I might add a little bit in. I had some, but it's not too, Thunderstones. It's not too hard to get the background music for Pixelmon, so I will probably get some of that and play it in the background, just so it's not quite so samey. That's where the black apricons are. So in this biome. Nice. That's actually good to know, because they really need some if we want Ultra Balls. As you can see, I'm running somewhat low on Pokeballs. I've only got 3. I've got a little bit of money there, but I don't want to spend all my money on Pokeballs. I'd rather just be able to craft them myself. Not sure if that looks like a place. Okay. So looking over the town, I imagine he's up on top there. I'll look in the houses just to make sure he's not inside any of them, which it doesn't look like he is. Like, I know I've only checked one house, but I'm going to imagine if he was placed inside a house, probably would have placed more. So we get an Ultra Ball there and a Sunstone. I'm not too sure what a Sunstone does, actually. I'll need to look that up. Or you can leave me a comment, let me know what it does. And I'll be sure to read them and take notice. Close that. Another Ultra Ball in here, I think. Oh, I missed. Oh, no, there was. Max Revive. Max Revive, actually handy because it sells for a lot, and I'm not too fussed by Max Revives because there's not many places where I'm going to have to fight a lot all at once. I can kind of just get through. Potentially, might make a gym where, or like an Elite Four kind of thing, so you have to do a few hard battles in a row. Oh, that looks promising. I think I saw him up there. So we're going to need to we're going to need to find our way up there, as I don't have a flying Pokemon, so I'm actually going to have to climb it. So, yeah, there's a lot of wood here. So yeah, flying is working. I know we had some issues with that, and George has been really good in kind of adminning the server. I am as well. I I have, as I've just said, he's been doing well. He's just charging people for basic work. Gee, okay, that looks like there is a way up over here, but I was worried for a second that I wasn't going to be able to get to him. Let's see you later, George. But yeah, as I was complimenting George, he has just put in that he's charging $3,000 for his work of, I'm pretty sure it was just typing in a command or maybe just ticking a box somewhere. So he's expensive, but he does good work. So we're moving through. At the moment, so we've got 3 people at the moment. We've had 4 chilling here. I think we're gonna have. Well, we had 7 last night. I think I added another 2 today. So I think we've got about 10 people playing on the server at the moment, and that looks like Jack the Lumberjack. Nothing beats the smell of the trees and the wind blowing a gentle breeze. You lost, traveller? Oh, a friend of Professor Travis, are you? Good man he is. Wasn't one for cutting trees, though. And we got a Miracle Seed. So, Professor Travis's adventures have kind of been shown. He's explored the world pretty heavily. And we're just out here trying to retrace his steps and seeing what's up. So, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Kind of a brief look at all of the biomes that we have here. So we're going to look out over this town for the outro. So a brief look at all the towns we have, collected some items along the way. So we've made a little bit of progress, but not too much. We'll look to do a little bit more hardcore leveling in the future and try and catch some bigger Pokemon. I've got an EXP share that I'm ready to craft, as crafting for them is on this server, just to make things nice. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Leave a like and a comment if you did, and remember to subscribe. Bye, guys.